Maybe, hopefully everybody can hear me. Good morning. We're live. Oop, and here comes
Good
Lori.
morning.
Hi.
The whole group.
Hello, girls.
Hey, we all made it on time.
Right?
Yeah. Tons of people already. Now,
Listen, and I'm a mess too. Holy cow.
Look at your baby.
Oh, she is being so naughty, guys. I can't.
Aw.
what's the curtain hanging up behind you for?
That was used to be my backdrop that I haven't taken yet, that I moved over there. So it was just back here behind me.
Good. Good morning, everybody. I see Annette, Nona's daughter, Heather, Shannon. Shannon was teasing me this morning with pictures of where she went sourcing yesterday, and it was just tons of plush.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's down there with you guys somewhere.
Yeah, where is she at?
I can't hear you twice.
Oh, you're hearing me twice?
I hear you talk and then 7
Oh.
seconds later I hear you.
Yeah, Robert's over here saying he can't stand it because he's hearing me twice. He has to already hear me once.
So, how have sales been, guys?
Crazy.
Good.
Yeah, mine are. You know what? I finally have time to get back on this, and I need to just jump on and hit it. I've been sick for 2 weeks, though. Like sick.
Oh, no.
Sick, knocked me down. It's so different when you have an autoimmune, when something's going on with that, it just changes everything, Remember when I used to be able to get sick?
Yeah.
Aw.
Jeez.
We've had back-to-back viruses here too. In fact, I made Robert take a COVID test this morning.
Really?
He's still sick.
It's crazy. You sound raspy too.
No, just
maybe it's just the cold air. The cold air. Is it cold up there too?
It is. No, I don't think so. 59.
Well, it is
that's not
compared
too
to what
bad.
we've got.
Oh, that's
Like,
terrible.
what's your temperature right now, give or take?
It's at 59.
See, that's cold for me.
Right? You're shivering.
But for you, that's not too bad, I'm sure. Yeah.
No. In
We'd
fact,
be having a heater on if it was 59.
Our upstairs is 2 degrees above the heat setting, so the house is actually warmer than if I had heat turned on.
Do I sound muffled, guys?
No,
okay.
You sound fine to me.
Well, the stupid earphone isn't working, and I got this cat. Stop it. No,
I hear her
purring in your ear.
Yeah, she's just in it. I think she's having a moment. Not
your
sure
attention.
what this moment is. But she is a clingy little monster right now. Clingy. Yes, her is. I don't know. So and that's another thing. Our internet service has been out all week, which I'm shocked it's still going right now. It's been sporadic cell service, internet service. I don't know if something happened to one of the towers down here. We still haven't gotten the exact what happened.
Well, you better talk first in case we lose you. Tell us what you've been selling and all that.
Well, let's see.
Tell us about Korea lady. What's up with that?
So we did another big bundle. Of course, she wants like specific it's really hard to deal with her. but sister. Sorry, guys.
But a sale is a sale, right?
A sale is a sale. A sale is a sale, especially on free merchandise, right? So
right.
Anyways, so I got it all. I got the listing done and all up, and she is, I don't know what she said to Chris, if she's busy. She hasn't gotten to the listing yet, but it's up on eBay. So I'm waiting on her to buy it. So this is what she did last time. Weeks later, and then after a bunch of squeals and deals, well, I only want to pay $100 for shipping. So I'm waiting on it. So I put the listing price high so she can. Okay, sister, you're out of here, buddy. Come on.
Give her some room to wheel and deal.
Yep.
You go right now.
I've got a kitty beside me, but he's being quiet for right now. So
Oh
that's
my
good.
gosh. I don't know what's worse, children or children.
Yep.
But so my sales have been down. I haven't been listing, which stinks. And I have so much to list. But you know what it is, guys? I don't know anything about any of this crap. None of it. And it's so hard when you don't know what you're listing to do it. And then to do it with confidence, like, yeah.
Same. All this vintage stuff we bought this past week, it's all new to me and it's just overwhelming. But I got some stuff up. So we'll
I
see.
just need to sit my butt down and do it. That's what it's coming down to. I've laid around for 2 weeks researching, you know, but then I have some clothes and it's a lot. I think I'm just at that overwhelmed point because I don't want to source.
Why not?
You know, but then
Well,
it's like,
maybe that'll
hold me back into.
That's right. Because you have so much right now. But yeah.
But and there's also the psychology of, if you source and you get something you're excited about, you'll skip over the stuff you have on hand, and then it'll sit there for a year and you won't do it. So I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
Then you get this.
Right. I'm telling you, I know I have stuff that I can list and that will sell, but then I tell myself that, and then I'm like, what again do I have that will? So I need to quit cherry picking stuff and just take one box at a time and just get to listing. So I did that I finally got to the Peter Mac stuff. I did all of the little stuff that I had, the watch, and some of the smaller posters. I've got them listed, but there's such a range of prices on those too that the watch, they wanted me to list it at like a 170 or something. They go pretty high, the watches, but then you got other things that I would think would be more sought after, personalized things that like $40 or $50. So I don't know. Yeah. What are those things called that they give out at like shows? Like I cannot for the life of me. It's like a card. It's like, no, like it'll have like, the rundown on the card, or like what, the gallery, and like the presentation card, Do you know what I'm talking about? They give them out at weddings too. You know what I'm saying?
The itinerary.
Yes, an itinerary. But what is it called? Is that what it's called?
Program?
Program. There you go. Write that word down before you forget it. Robert and I text each other. If something gets said that's important, we text each other.
Okay, what was it? That's what I do to Chris. That's so funny. He'll get random ass texts throughout the day, and he'll be like, "Oh, that must be something that she can't forget."
Yeah, Robert will end his text with "for me." That's all he'll say is "for me." So I'm like, what are you talking about?
Program.
2 phones ago, I used to have a little feature that was notes, and I could make notes to myself. But the current phone that I just got recently and the one before it, I can't find. I mean, maybe there's an app or something, but I can't find anything on my phone where I can just make little memos to myself. And
really?
there's got to be an app or something.
Notes.
Robert, is there an app?
Well, it's not on my current phone if I have one. But yeah, so sometimes I'll do that to my husband too. I'll send notes, or maybe I'll just type it and not send it so that it's in the drafts. And then when I get home and it comes up, and then I can erase it after I get home.
Okay,
Robert, we use a thing called Keep Notes. It's an app.
Okay.
But we haven't used it in a while.
There's one that's a family one too. Is that it? The Keep one where you can assign different colors to different people in the family? That's Google Keep you can do with
Google Keep, I think.
That's a new. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember the name of that app I used with my kids. Oh,
yeah, we have the app that tells me exactly where my child is at all times, and he's 18. He doesn't care.
Nope, I have that on Bella's
What,
phone
like a
too.
tracker?
When I get her new phone and stuff, and I added it to my account, I'm like, this means I'm going to be tracking you too, right? We just handed it off. Her dad did it. Now I'm doing it. But it's funny. I'll get notifications, and I got to remember, like, don't bother her. She can go wherever she wants. Where you at? What are you doing?
Some of you guys are in very, very cold areas. Somebody said it's 2 degrees now. It was minus 17 last night.
God.
She must be way north.
Wow.
And then Cheryl's in Nebraska. She says it's
Cheryl, that just
cold
sounds
there.
It just sounds cold when you say that. Nebraska, burrito. No, thank you.
But see, that doesn't sound as cold as like North Dakota. That to me, Montana, North Dakota, that sounds cold. Nebraska feels like cornfields.
Tanya.
Yeah, that's.
Montana.
Tanya's Montana.
Stereotyping. Yeah, Montana sounds cold.
Shannon is in between Miami and Orlando. So she's in between Miami and Orlando.
Oh, are you near me?
Which is about where my in-laws are. I think I've had this conversation with her before. In fact, I know I have.
Shannon, have we talked yet? I'm in Polk County. I don't know if that's anywhere. I'm way closer to Orlando. I'm kind of between Orlando and Tampa.
Yeah,
you know what? Isabella said it was warm in Chicago. Was it yesterday? Today? But that's like 60 degrees, for now. 59.
All right. I finally got to my app store. Now, what's the name of that app that you were talking about?
Keep.
Or no,
Keep.
Notes. Keep.
Yeah, Keep.
Yeah, Google. It's Google Keep.
But is what you use Google Keep, Rebel?
I don't know, Robert. Is this Google Keep? The one that you have Keep Note or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same one. Sorry, Elizabeth.
I don't know.
Yeah, Google Keeps has notes and lists, and then there's another one that's called like Color Notepad, so it looks like a sticky note.
Look at my phone because you don't have Apple, right, Lizzie?
No, I've got Android.
Let me look at my phone.
See, I might already have that. Let's see.
Good morning, Beth. 50 degrees in New Hampshire. That's just right below, as far as temperature. So not too bad.
Keep notes,
it's raining.
Google.
Huh?
Google Keep Notes.
Oh, it is.
Google.
It is the Google one.
Okay. And I looked back and I don't already have it. So
you'll like it. It works really well.
Okay, good. Yeah, thank you.
We have different ones going, video ideas and personal stuff and goals and all of that stuff. Friday, we're going to go look.
I'm having to reorganize my whole week
Life.
now that I'm working. If y'all didn't hear, I think I had already gotten the job whenever we last, what was it, 3 weeks ago? It feels like it was, it would have been 3 weeks ago since we talked, since we missed 2 weeks. So I think I'm going to be working on Friday afternoons, like noon to 4, and then a 6-hour shift on Tuesdays, 10 to 4. Although both times I've ended up staying till 4:30 because the owner will give me a project like alphabetizing a section of books or something. Because the new owner by the way, I work at a bookstore. I use bookstore. The old owner just kind of did it as like a little side thing, and he was only open 2 days a week, and he never really alphabetized anything, and it was just kind of like stuff kind of organized but just thrown on the shelves. So the new owner really wants to make it good and expand and blah blah blah. And so before they even opened, they had a bunch of stuff done, but there were a few sections that weren't done. So anyway, I've been working on alphabetizing things and all of that. And, once you get started doing a section, you can't just like go off and leave it. You've got to try to like get it all back on the shelves. So I ended up staying a little longer both days, but it's been really fun so far. And I'm happy to do it. But awesome. Meanwhile, the days I'm working,
totally up your alley too. Are you so happy?
It is. But I kind of had like several months ago sort of made this new life plan so that each day had a theme. Well, now Fridays and Tuesdays I'm gone Tuesday was like my big house cleaning day, and Friday was kind of a work in the garage, get going, do pictures for eBay, or go, yard selling or whatever. So now everything is like turned around. So I've stopped volunteering at the museum, and I'm making Thursday my at-home day. And well, I still have book club twice a month, but that's just a short thing. And so yeah, and I have to make Monday my housework day, and just kind of fruit basket turnover, as we used to say. Reorganize my life again.
Right. Well, that's okay though. That's good.
Yeah. It keeps things fresh, and it keeps things, keeps me whatever.
I know. I'm on the last, on the cusp of going into full season here, so it's like the calm before the storm, which is really nice. But then, going to be so busy, I'm not going to know what color my hair is.
With like your job, or with your boat,
with
or what?
Everything, just everything. with season, with tourist season starting up, then that's what we do. Right. So it'll just be, I know he's already starting to get booked up. This is one of those things that people don't really book it way in advance, the boats sometimes, but just get hit all at once. And I seem to forget every season what it's like. I've been down here for quite some time, and every time I'm going into it like
it's like Christmas. Christmas sneaks up on me every year, but yet it's always December 25th. How do I let it sneak up on me?
Good morning.
I haven't even started Christmas shopping. That's Friday. We're going to go look for a new vehicle, and I got to do some Christmas shopping.
I am so happy to be down here.
Our pilot's going away because it's just got too many issues, and we've only had it 3 years. It was, but
did you get it new?
Now, well, we got it with 4,000 miles on it, but it had been wrecked, so it was rebuilt. But we messed it up pulling that trailer. I know it was us. Bad idea. So,
why? Was it too heavy, or?
Well, too hot of a day, going through the mountains, pulling the trailer, and the transmission overheated, and now we've just got all kinds of issues.
So are you going to shop for something that's a little like
a truck
trailer?
We're going to get a truck. So, and then of course I have a little Honda Civic that I bought brand new, but it's 10 years old, 11 years old, and it's starting to make funky noises. So it's like, okay, it's enough. It's enough. But yeah.
I know the cars, I'm telling you, it must be something right now. Ours, I just got my Jeep fixed again. That thing is like, it's a 96, it's just old. I'm sorry, it's 92 Wrangler. So it's like a tinker toy, one thing will break, you can fix it so easily, but totally an island car. I love my Jeep, love it, but anyways, just replaced, I think, the radiator and some other stuff on the front of that thing. As soon as that gets done, another tire blows on Chris's truck. I need to go into buy stock on tires down here. I'm telling you what. But it's been like, I'm telling you, the last few months, it's been one thing after another with vehicles. I don't get it. Maybe we should all buy horses.
There you go. my field behind my house used to be a horse pasture, and we took down the electric fences and everything.
Well, had some crazy car crap happening too. And I believe someone else in our chat. Didn't someone else have car?
Don't remember seeing something. Yep. Well, friends, might as well get the white elephant out there. This is going to be our last live because life has just kind of been crazy, and I need to start doing some sourcing on Wednesdays because it's the only day that Robert has free, because he teaches co-op, and then he teaches martial arts on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we went out Wednesday before Thanksgiving and just really had a good day, because I'm not going to Asheville by myself. So I need him to go with me because I don't feel safe driving around in weird areas. So,
well, I think it's all in good timing with Lizzie's new job and us going full on into season. I know it's been nice to have Wednesday mornings, but we're gonna have to do it like.
And Elizabeth and I talked about it, maybe once a quarter, once a month, something. But right now,
do some updates.
Pop
I
up.
agree with that, right? Just pop up. I like that too. No, you guys are like family to me. So
definitely
we'll have to stick it through. I do some other shows here and there, but it's been a great experience. I've had so much fun doing this show. It's kept me up here when I needed to be kept up here. That is a promise.
Definitely.
That is
motivation. Yeah, it's been great getting to know everybody.
I know. And y'all, how many people have we met? I mean, I'm serious. We've met some good people. Yeah. Love it.
We still have our channels, y'all can.
Yeah, and then that'll give me too. You're right. It'll get me in the gear here.
Yeah, I mean, I know you need to get yours going.
I know.
Mine's mostly book stuff, but occasionally I throw up a reselling video. Go ahead,
I know. And you know what? When you pop up, I'm like, oh, it makes me feel so good. Like I need to just get my butt out there and get over that scared hump. I don't know what, and I'm not scared of beep. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Sometimes perfectionism can rear its ugly head.
You think
when
that's what
you want it? I know that is a hard thing for some people, and I struggle with that too. Because you want whatever you put out there to be as good as it can be, so it can hold you back from ever putting anything out there because you're afraid it could be better, or that it's some little something will be wrong.
Lori to
I can see that.
Do the video editing, but
Robert said you need to call him and get this video editing figured out so that you don't have another excuse not to do it.
Well, if I could just get my butt going on lives, I would be fine. I need to just sit down and do it. I have nothing but time, opportunity. Like I have all the things that anybody needs to do, the things that I want to do. So I need to get my butt into gear.
Yeah, and definitely once you learn, you can keep talking. When you make a mistake, just keep on keeping on and then edit. It's gone. Except when I tell Robert, take this out, and he doesn't.
He doesn't.
So, I happened to look up, and I was just looking up to see what exciting things that I've sold since we've talked last. I think Noelle is always talking about books in sleeves. They're called folios. I had a couple of those. I think that I got in that free pickup from that first estate sale that they gave me all the leftover books. And one of them I listed for $50, and somebody offered me $40. And I thought, I got this free. I'm taking this $40 plus shipping. So I sold that not too long ago. Some Christmas plush I've sold, and some random books, and I have I had some little Christmas votive candles. We used to have a whole box of them, and somebody broke. I don't know who. I don't know, maybe me. Some of them got broken, and so I listed those just as replacements. They were like false graph or something, and I had 7 of them, and somebody just all of a sudden bought all 7 of them at full price. They didn't even make me an offer or try to haggle. Full price, full shipping, and everything. And I was like, oh, well, that was good, because then I could pack them in their original box, which had the dividers, and that was cool. I've even sold some random VHS tape, well, at least 1 or 2, VHS tapes, and so it's been good. Not a lot, but also during Thanksgiving week, my husband was home, and this was kind of funny because we got a lot of organizing done, and we didn't get through everything, but I printed out most of my listings. I just printed them all out in the order that they were listed. And I like that better. I realized that I didn't realize you could just keep them in that order instead of the relisting order by month. So I just keep all my listings in chronological order now when I pull them up. So he's like, well, how can I help you? While I'm home. And I said, okay, I want to go out in the garage and I want to, I printed out my list. I said, I just want to go through item by item, find it, make sure it's labeled right, make sure I get everything organized. So we worked mostly on books. I did skip around some, but I have all these books, romance books that are lotted up and in boxes, and they just weren't labeled properly. Like they're in the box that I'm going to ship them in. So he would just pick a box and tell me what it was, and I'd find it on the list, and we'd go back and forth and all this. By, 3/4 of the way through the day, he pulled out this box, and it had a bunch of lots in it. And he was like, well, I don't know what this is. And I said, well, tell me tell me some of the things. And so he's like, it's funny when you hear your husband start, telling the titles of romance books, like Her Billionaire Mistress Virgin. So he would say some of these things and like shake his head, and I'm like, you are getting schooled in romance books. He's like, I think I know everything I ever wanted to know about romance books. But we had a fun day, and it was fun to work together. And I wish that, and I hope it is kind of a dream that, that I could get this going enough, because he really wants to retire. Right now alone, I can't do enough by myself to start replacing his income. But
well, I don't know, Lizzie. You know what? You're gonna start shocking yourself here coming up in a few next months. Seriously, because you're just now. Once you hit that year mark, you're gonna have this shit licked, and you're gonna know. I'm serious. You're gonna shock yourself, I think.
I hope so. I mean, I really would love. It was great having him home and working together on it and everything.
I mean, that's got to be motivation too, to want that in the future, which is great. That's awesome.
Yeah, and he would like that. I mean, we'll watch like Daily Refinement and all that, and they're talking about how, how many things you need to sell per day to just, hit for 6 figures and all that. And, I know it's doable, but so we have this building out back, and I forget how many square feet it is. I want to say, I don't even know. I hesitate to say, but it's got it's a detached garage, but it's bigger than a 2-car garage because it's got like more space. Anyway, it's got 3 rooms. And I told him the other day, I said, I would really like to give you the garage back. I would like for us to be able to park our cars in there. What if we just gutted that building? Let's take out the walls and let's just line it with shelves, the whole thing. I mean, I want to say it's like 200 square feet. Is that, how much is an actual garage, like a 2-car garage? How many square feet is that? Because I'm trying to figure out how to base it. I don't know. It's a pretty good sized building. And if we just knocked out the walls, well, anytime I suggest any kind of project that he thinks is going to create work for him, he's like, well, it's going to take money and we're going to have to rewire it and all this stuff. And I'm like, just think about it, ponder it, because I would love to get all this out of the garage and just have, because that's a separate space. I said it might mean, we would, in order to, because it's a hoarded mess right now. Said I probably would have to take everything out and put it in a storage unit, then that again costs money, just to get the work done. But, so it's something that I'm thinking on and pondering, and, maybe this new job will help me to have, since I'll have a regular income stream, not a lot, but if I save that and really be miserly with it, it'll build up fast.
True.
Because that's always the hard thing is when you make money, not to just fritter it away on.
Right.
In fact, when I told somebody at church that I got a job in a bookstore, she said, "You'll never bring home a paycheck." I said, "No, I will."
At least you could source stuff there cheap, hopefully, and things that are much better.
Well, that's great though. That's awesome. Yeah, and then when they're getting rid of stuff.
That was what in my interview I said, when it comes to a point where you have things that you just want out, I said, don't throw it away. You and me, we can wheel and deal with it. And
right. I mean, can you think of the junk journaling you could come up with all of the stuff, just with, that's something I would look,
book covers, any of that is fair game. Yeah.
I listed a Peter Max book cover from the 70s, which is pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like it's not been used, but you remember the old school book covers from when we were in school when they made you put the
Oh, yeah. So it was like
a paper bag. It was like that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was all his art, which was pretty cool.
Neat.
Yes.
That's
So
awesome.
I sold some more stinking bears too.
Yay.
A big old lot of the Wuzzies of these guys. Of course, I found one that was yucky, but about 28 of these little guys.
And they're
Cute.
boys.
Yep.
Huh.
Nice.
And this one's a little discolored, so I took him out of the thing. He's probably going to get donated. They move their arms and legs, but they're called TF Wuzzies. And
Cute.
I sold 28 of these for $195.60 all in.
Very cool.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
And another little guy, another little stuffy for $97.19, $85. And it was just for the little plush that was the Kisses to You with the purple sweater. Little
Oh,
white
yeah,
bear.
yeah. The little message bears.
Little message bear. And I stole the big old Chewbacca Squishmallow.
Oh,
good.
I think I remember you showing that. How
Yeah,
much?
60.
Oh,
What size
sorry.
box? What size box
Well,
did you have to put it in?
I put it in 2 of those big old bags. I put it in one, and then I sealed it, and then I put it in another. And the big yellow bags that I got, you remember those? The big 24 by whatever. Yeah, I just used 2 of those. I wrapped it real good with some foam and like that stretchy stuff that I have, the green stuff, and then got it small enough to get it into the bag. And those bags are really thick, so that's how I shipped it. And I wrote fragile on it.
Oh my gosh. I have a story about that. Okay, so Rebel, you know how you're always saying you don't write fragile on anything because they don't take care of it. This is hilarious. I was at the post office and I had a breakable thing that I was mailing, but I had it wrapped really good. So, I mean, it was fine. And the guy who is there all the time, he's a little bit of a grump, but he's nice if you're nice to him, you know, but he's a little jaded. You know, he's one of those people that if somebody in our post office was going to go postal, it would probably be him.
Yeah.
So he takes the things and then he's standing, he backs up and in the doorway where they put stuff, you know, back in the things, he backs up and here's my fragile thing. He throws it into an unseen container that's behind the wall. And I said, and there were people behind me and I said, wow, it really is true that if you write fragile on something, it gets thrown. I said it right in front of her. I was like, I wouldn't have believed it.
Oh my God.
I was in the post office. I was in the post office one day dropping off, and this was probably a year or so ago. And there was a person in front of me who had like 5 boxes, and all of them, she was packing them right there. And all of them were very fragile figurines, and she had them wrapped in bubble wrap, but nothing else in the box. And she just had on the box arrows saying must stay standing this way.
Oh my God.
I said, that's never gonna happen, and you need to pack them better. But
did you really tell her?
Yeah, I did. She literally had it saying they needed to stand up.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't even packing them.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I just was but you see it in Facebook pages all the time. Somebody receives a breakable like candlestick in a bubble mailer.
Right.
And they wonder why it's broken. You know, the seller would be wondering why you have to pack this thing as if it's going to get tossed across a room.
Right.
Yeah. Because it will.
Because it will, literally.
Oh, that's terrible.
I was scrolling through the comments to change the subject. Did you answer Tanya's question about? She said if I become a top rated seller plus the 1 day shipping and I can't keep up with the 1 day, can I go back to the 3 day and not get in trouble with eBay?
Yeah, that's not an issue, but you also need to do the if you're going to do top rated seller plus, you need to do the free returns. So a lot of people have a sticking point with that one. But yeah, you can change your handling time anytime.
I'm more worried about what she said about keeping up with the 1 day shipping. I'm fine with doing the free returns, but there are days when I really fall back on that. On the 2 day shipping. I don't use it often. I mean, I usually ship as fast as possible, and I get good feedback for that. But every once in a while, I just I can't get it done for one reason or another. So, good question.
Yep, I have Robert.
And
oh yeah, Cheryl, I was thinking of your package too. Yeah, Cheryl received a ceramic squirrel in a bubble mailer.
Yeah, I saw that too. Well, like these, I sold a bunch of these guys, these Royal Dalton dolls, which this one I just found. I need to list her. I think I probably listed like 20 of them, and I've sold almost all of them at 20, in between $22 and $25 a piece. So, but here we go. This is in its box, right? I put a piece of, foam in here, covered it, then wrapped this in what you call it, and then threw it in a bag and sent it.
Yeah.
That
in a box.
Feel like it's okay.
Yeah, a box, in a bag.
In a bag.
Always.
But really this, kind of, not taped and messed up, because I'm sure they want the box too. But
yeah.
And obviously if I had
and it's got its own inner packaging, so that's good.
Well, and it's got the inside has got the
Yeah, so it's not going anywhere. It's not moving around. Anywhere.
But I questioned that for a minute. Like, well, is this going to be okay? And knock on wood, I haven't gotten any feedback that they got busted. I've sold a lot of them. I will tell you, I had a couple. Well, I had one lady buy a lot of those figurines from me, the little guys, and 2 of the lots that I happened to put insurance on arrived broke. So I have never had to do an insurance claim before, and I do not know how the hell to do it. I'm so confused, because it's like sending me to eBay or sending me to the post office, like out of eBay's website, and then I got it. So it's like, but then this lady's not being communicative. Like, she's not, like, I need her to send pictures of, everything needs to work together in kind of a sweet zone with it. Seems like, really, you have to wait 2 weeks before you can file a claim. It broke today. It's not going to change. It's not going to leap back together and be fixed. Why do I have to wait
And a lot of times the post office is sending letters saying you need to bring this to the post office. Well, I know if you've already got, if you've got a buyer that's not communicating with you, they're not going to do that for you. They're just not.
See, and that's goofy. That's goofy. I don't know. But I did. The 2 lots that broke, they were over $100 lots. So I put the insurance on it. And I don't think there's any way to do this easy or fast. Just easy, just seamless. Like, here, I paid for the insurance. Now let me do it. Is that right? Where eBay doesn't handle it? It's got to go through the post office.
It has to go through the post office. And I've had there was a time, every time something got broken, I got, reimbursed. But the last 2 years, I think I've only had to file 2 claims. Both of them were declined.
Really?
Yep. Could not. Even when I appealed it and everything. Nope.
Oh, wow.
So I don't even bother.
Pay it.
I don't insure it anymore unless I'm worried about loss. Like, if it's a high dollar item, I'm going to worry about loss and just pack it so that you don't have to deal with breakage is
Right.
my goal. But yeah.
Well, that's how I thought. I really did pack these guys. They're only little, but I don't know how they broke. Considering how they were stored before I got them to list, I can't believe they broke, honestly. But I individually wrapped each one. So I don't know. Well, that's what I'm going to be working on today. Is that? And here's another thing.
Oh no.
This claim, I damn forgot that I had an insurance. Like now it's just nothing easy with this. Anybody in the chat know anything about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's the point of getting insurance. Like you said, is there?
I kind of have the mentality now that I self-insure, basically,
Right.
you know, for everything that I ship, I have so few issues that it's not worth the extra money.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I don't have very many issues, but thank God the ones that I did, I had insurance on, but I don't know how. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's if the insurance is impossible to make a claim on, or they make it so hard to even figure out how to file a claim, and then they're going to turn it down anyway.
Right, because all I want is that
all
piece
this
of
extra
mind,
money. You may as well save that money and save it for when you have a problem, and then you've got the money to deal with it.
Yep, you are right, my dear. Be my own insurance agency, right?
Yep.
Yeah, pirate ship. We're working on pirate ship now too, and that was what we were talking about. I think Noelle had told me before that the insurance is good, is easy to do full claims on for pirate ship.
Oh, good. And I mean, when I'm talking insurance, I'm not talking about like health insurance. I'm talking about, those little things, those add-on insurance things. Like if you, buy a piece of electronics.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm spending $1.30 for peace of mind, but really there's no, now I have anxiety about spending the $1.30 because just, and I've paid for insurance for a lot of things, a lot of stuff. I add it. That's just my crazy. So, but like I said, now these two out of the 100 that I've added insurance to are going to need pay me back.
Yeah. Robert handed me these. He says, I'll never understand women's fashion because you got this pair of pants here. And look, the zipper is about 1 inch. What's the purpose?
What is the purpose of that?
Of the zipper. That's so funny. Does it even move?
It moves. Yeah. It goes up and down like 1 inch. But they're cute. Look how cute they are.
They are
my age. I mean, are they my size? They look my size. No, they ain't. They're too little. Here, you can have them back. Yeah, I sold my biggest sell ever on eBay.
Uh-oh.
And they didn't pay.
What?
Who does that? They didn't pay.
What?
It was over $2,000.
What?
They sent me an offer.
What?
Yeah,
what was it on?
It was one of those visually impaired things we bought at that estate sale.
Okay.
My 2 biggest sales this past month, neither one of them have paid. So you know what my new thing is? After day 2, I start sending messages. Do you need to cancel? Because I hate that. Like this last one was an advent calendar. I wasn't going to sit for 4 days and wait for them to pay. So I sent them a message yesterday. Are you going to pay? Do you need to cancel? And they canceled. But at least it only sat 2 days.
Right. But it's Christmas time, So by the time they get off the pot, it's going to be after Christmas.
Yeah. And I was so happy. All I kept thinking is, I can go do my Christmas shopping, cash, but no.
Well, that's okay though. That's okay because when stuff like this happens, within the next couple of weeks, it's going to sell and someone's going to pay for it. That's just because, it's out there now. I swear, anything that I do sell that doesn't get paid for, it sells fairly quick after that non-paying, but
yeah, because I guess the algorithm picks it up and
I don't know everything.
there.
So that's why I do now. I just tell myself, okay, relax. It's gonna sell. Usually within 2 weeks. Boop.
Awesome.
But those are some really those items are people know what they're looking for with that. It's not something. So someone's gonna stumble on it.
Yeah, well, and they sent me with the offer because it was like $300 less than what I had it listed for, and just the saddest story.
Oh no!
I mean,
oh
you
no!
know, it was so sad.
They got the story too.
Yes, and then they didn't pay. I would have gladly sold it. I mean, we paid $5 for it, so selling it for over $2,000. And I was just like, man, I've got the best. This is my Bolo for, Bolo Buddies video. And no. I don't think she's in here yet. She's been doing Whatnot. Have you guys been seeing? She's been doing really well and loving it. And so now she's got me wondering if it's something I should consider.
I need to go watch.
I don't have time. Yeah.
We're
having everything, that saying when things go bad, everything goes bad. Well, we're having issues with computers and vehicles, and it's just like, please quit.
Yeah, all the big things at once, right?
Mm-hmm. And I want to go on a sourcing trip, but we need a truck now in order to go on a trip. Yeah, I think, Noelle, if I ever have something that I really, really, really want to insure, I think I'll take it over to Pirate Ship. Just because. Good morning, Cher. Cher sends me a message at 2 in the morning, and I'm thinking, who in their right mind is up at 2 in the morning?
I am quite frequently.
So is Robert. Oh, it was funny. Funny.
So
we're doing.
I went. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were.
No, I was going to say we're discussing our next little reseller YouTuber next meal. So that's what it was. Yep.
I can wait till Lori comes back. I was going to tell y'all about my first bins trip ever.
Oh, yes.
I've been to the bins since we were on here last. I was trying to find a picture of one of the things I found. Of course, I mostly look at books. We went to 2 different bins. So if y'all remember Amy, who was on here with us, I guess it was the last one we did before this. It was 3 weeks ago. Her handle on Instagram is Amy's Epic for
Jewelry
sale
or something like that.
I think she's got 2, but like 2 different handles. But anyway, so she lives not that far from me, and she had not been to either of the bins in Orlando, and I hadn't been to any at all. So we met up, her and her husband Jesse, and they got to the Pine Hills, which is kind of west of Orlando, west side of Orlando. They went there first, and they had already been there a little while by the time Emily and I got up there. But I mostly, because they had already shopped most of the whole store, I just had time to look at the books, and I got a few books there, and then they were ready to go. So we decided then to go over to the Goodwill outlet in South Orlando. And I was going to try to film some, but the first bin store had a big sign that said no videotaping unless, without permission and all that. So I didn't even ask at the other store, although I probably could have. But Amy did show me how to use my GoPro. I still haven't tried it yet. And I think I can remember. She showed me. I see GoPro. It's not a GoPro. It's like a GoPro, but it's a cheaper alternative. Anyway, but I mostly looked at books. The second one, Rebel, if you ever come and go to the Orlando bins, I don't know how many toys or things they had at the first one we went to, but the second one we went to, it was probably 95% clothes. I mean, it was just piles and piles and bins of clothes. And the checkout line goes through some of the bins. And so I picked up a couple of fabric clothing items just while we were waiting in the checkout line, but I didn't really even bother to look. But then all the way in the back, they had like 2 bins that had books and 1 or 2 bins that had movies, and then really only 2 or 3 bins that had other random stuff besides clothes. there was a handful of toys, not much, and a few glassware items. And I almost put some glassware stuff in my cart. And I thought, no, I don't want to do glassware. I don't want it to breakable. So I put them back. Anyway, so we were almost about ready to head up to checkout, and I just looked on the floor under a clothes bin, and just randomly there was this little tiny, well, it was about like this little barber chair. And I picked it up, and her husband, he said, that looks like maybe a Barbie or something. So I looked it up, and that's what I was trying to find today. And I don't think it goes for a lot, but I mean, definitely worth picking up. And so I added that to my stuff. And I just now, I don't even know what you would call it, but I just looked at Barbie salon chair, and there's like a million different ones. So I'm going to have to go back to Google Lens to figure out exactly how to list it, because I haven't done anything with any of that stuff. But it was still fun. I was completely overwhelmed by the clothes. And if I did clothes, then, that would be like, oh, but I don't want to do clothes. So I wasn't all, excuse me, I wasn't completely impressed with that. But it was fun to go to and say I've been. And, it's one of those things where it's worth going to once, just to see what's there. But, would I go back? I don't know. Probably not, unless I had my garage cleared out and had some space to actually pick up some more things. So it was fun. Where did Lori go? Did she leave?
I don't know. I don't know. But Noelle says she's getting ready to have her first Whatnot show. I think Cheryl says she's onboarded and considering doing one. Yeah, I'm going to have to maybe play that game once or twice and see if I like it. But Courtney says she absolutely loves it after putting it off for weeks and months and months. So yeah, I just don't know what I would sell on there, because who wants to buy? I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I went on there and looked. I did not like what I was seeing as far as plush resellers. And
that's how I felt too. But I wonder if I need to just go look at how Courtney does it, see if I can get into it. I just couldn't get into any of the shows. Like
she sent a message one day, and she said she's going on live on Whatnot at 9:45. Daggone it, if I didn't fall asleep at 9:30.
I know, because you have to sit through them holding everything up. It's not like you can just scroll through and shop. So I don't know if it's for me or not. I've never been a big person to go to auctions or anything, because, if I go and do the preview and I see what I want to buy, I'll sit there. The thing I want is going to be like the last thing. And then I get outbid real fast anyway. So it's like, why did I even bother?
So now, is this kind of like do you have to do a list of what you're selling? Do you have to basically do listings?
I don't know. I don't know how specific you have to be, but I think because Courtney was saying
jump on and start selling stuff without having to do the,
Right. You have to make a catalog of what you're going to sell.
Yeah, I mean, because like that, I know Poshmark sales are like that. The live sales, they want you to make catalog. Yeah, a list, pricing.
I think you've got to do something, because you've got to be able to charge the right shipping. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't think it has to be. It doesn't have to be very specific. Pick like 10 things that are going to be shipped at 3 ounces, and just keep it organized, because otherwise you're going to have.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't get into Whatnot. I think if I find somebody I like to buy from, that might be, I think, I want to say, was it Donna or did a Whatnot a long time ago? Geez, 6 months or so ago, and I watched hers, and that one was okay. Donna Bonalino.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Noelle's going to be selling Stampin' Up stuff.
Uh-oh.
Like as a consultant, or you've got some Stampin' Up stuff to sell on your eBay store?
No, she bought out the distributor.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That'll be good. That's
what I need.
You'll get the right people in there to buy.
I always wanted that that big giant set of pens from Stampin' Up. They had this big, huge amount of pens that all came, like writing pens that all came in like this
That's lovely.
organizer. I was just looking at it and go, oh, but it was like $100.
Yes, that's what I would do too. I would just sit and drool.
Yeah.
Love pens.
Cheryl says it's better if you catalog your items for sale. So, but how specific do you have to be? You know, just probably.
I mean,
a
I would
basic thing.
do it as I was going, but you know what? Who knows? I'm not doing anything right now, obviously.
I ain't
I mean,
even
that makes
approved
sense,
yet.
Then once that item sells, you gotta have it written down so you can then write down who bought
Right.
it, or you know, and how much it's going to be to ship and how much they pay.
Oh yes, I'm sure that was going to be. You know, again, it's just like once you get it down, though. When is does anyone know when Courtney's doing her? When is Courtney doing her?
She did
next
her. I think she did one last night. I started watching her videos. She put out a video, I think it was yesterday, about what she's learned so far. But it did, you know, because I haven't done it, it didn't make sense to me. So,
somebody just said in the comments that she's up right now doing her shipping. So maybe she's doing a live right now too, doing her shipping for what
for the what and not. Yeah, I'm gonna go and check her out on her next show. Maybe she'll light the spark under my tail.
Same here, but I got to get approved first. I just kind of blew them off when they said I blew them off. They sent a thing saying we need a video or whatever, and I'm like, I'm not giving you a video.
I know. You'd be like, go to my YouTube channel. There's all kinds of videos there.
Exactly. I gave you my eBay store with 10,000 items.
Oh,
right? What more? Blood. I think I'm good to go with whatnot. I think I finished, but who knows? I think I finished I know I can buy on there for sure.
Yeah, I think no, I don't think Robert set us up, because when I went in there the other day, it kept putting up a thing. You need to register to pay. You need to register to pay. So obviously I don't think we've moved to that step yet either. But it was just loud music and slow. And I went into several of them. Right. And it was like, I just did not like it at all. So I don't know. I'm too busy right now.
Yeah.
I have got to get all this vintage stuff. I want to finish up. I've got like 10 St. Louis bags still from March. I told Robert, as soon as this is done, we're going to make a video of 1 or 2 of those bags so I can sort through it and get the Christmas out.
Right. I'm so behind on your videos. I have been just laser focused on getting through audiobooks, but we just wrapped up a big project that I was doing for 3 months on this one particular author. So I'm finishing up what I think will be the last book by her right now on audio. And I told myself, I am so behind. I don't even know what you're selling and I haven't seen your hauls or anything. And the Hustle Couple, I haven't watched them. I hope they don't think I've dropped off the face of the earth. But I gotta
I'm behind too. I'm so behind. I feel bad. Because I haven't had time. I used to have a computer right here, and I could leave it going while I worked on this computer, but I don't have it now. So when I'm down here, I don't have anything, and I don't want to only listen. You know, I'm a visual person, so I don't want to just listen. I want to be able to see what they're doing.
Right. You could put it on your phone. That's what I usually do. I'd have it running on my phone while
But I'm taking pictures the whole time.
Oh, with your phone. Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
with my phone.
Yeah.
So. Yep. I'm starving already. I don't know what my problem is. We eat breakfast and 1 hour later I'm hungry. We eat lunch and 1 hour later.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to go till 1. We can
we can cut it.
We can cut it whenever you say. And this is you're in charge. Oh, no else is Courtney doesn't do live shows. She's just packing right now. She talked to you earlier. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I just went on and tried to find it on my phone and I didn't see it. So
yeah, she doesn't like lives. So but I got an invite to the Nurse Flipper again for next month. So I'll be there, I think right before my birthday. So I think it's like the 12th or the 13th, whatever her day is. So I'll be there.
Did you usually do them on Tuesdays?
I think, yeah, so it's the 13th.
When's your birthday?
The 15th.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Almost 60. I'll be 59. So
okay.
Well, happy birthday, lady.
Yes. I know. It's weird. I put a meme, I think, on my page one day. It's like, how all of a sudden am I the old people, you know?
But listen, my advice to you is don't be almost 60. Be 59. Right. Enjoy your last year in your 50s. When I remember when I was 39, I never said I was 39. I was almost 40. And I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I could have just enjoyed being 39. Right. And the same thing with, or 49. I don't know. So I determined, what did I just turn? 58. So I thought I'm going to be what I am. And I'll, the day I turn 60, I'll be 60. But I don't want to be almost 60. When you're
Robert.
Like 17, almost 18, that's different.
Yep. Oh, crazy.
All right, girls.
Yep.
Need to call it?
I guess we'll call it. It's going to be sad.
No, it's
but
not the end.
Better announce again for the people who came in late, in case everybody didn't hear you, that this is the last regular live for now.
Live for now.
You'll see us in and out. We'll jump on here and there.
Yep.
But
I'll send a text. Let's go live.
Like I said, hopefully this motivates me into getting my button gear here.
Yep.
Because I will miss it. All right, girls.
All right. Bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye. Take care.